Hello, welcome. It's Meredith. I'm here with our message for Thursday, the 16th of January, 2020. We are sticking with the Wheel of the Year Tarot just because it feels right. Our card from the bottom of the deck, potential theme in the day. We have the Eight of Cups. This is another eclipse energy card. Typically you see an eclipse on the card. Not seeing it on this one, though I do think the energy is still relevant because of our eclipse last Friday on the 10th. We're still riding out some of the wave that rolled up on the shore with that one. So the Eight of Cups is a card of, it's an eight, of course, it's movement, it's stable movement. And in some cases, and how the artwork is done on this one, it can be about walking away from a situation, circumstance, or a person. My feeling, though, is the core meaning of the card is that we are moving on to better circumstances. So you're in great circumstances and you're moving on to even better circumstances. And it's a journey, it's an exploration. We've seen in readings recently past the Hermit. We have seen the Eight of Cups. And when you see the Hermit, he's shown up quite a bit over the past couple of months. You know the message is about a quest beckoning. You're feeling called into deeper spiritual exploration of the world. There's greater meaning to... There's greater meaning. Let's just leave it there. And we have a desire to explore that. It's not so mundane. Life is not mundane. It is supernatural. And we have a natural curiosity, a supernatural curiosity to explore the depth of what is in front of us. And that's the spirit of the Eight of Cups. Let's see what it connects to. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like a calling. You feel called to it. There's some sort of karma and destiny when you turn over the Wheel of Fortune. And it's a turning point in the tarot. It's the 10th card in the major arcana. And we move from... Well, this is exactly it. We move from more mundane life experience to more spiritual life experience, and we desire to go deeper with that. And that's what we're seeing here with the Eight and with the Wheel. And in the hub of this wheel is the Ace of Pentacles, which is a gateway card. It's a divine and cosmic gift from the universe. It brings us resource and opportunity and material if required. It's a reminder that we have everything within us that we could ever require. You got to go deeper to find it, though, right? The ace itself is an invitation to step across a threshold to a new world of experience. We've seen that message so many times paired with the Hermit as well. So those readings recently passed, I'm going to say over the past 2-3 months, we've seen it quite a bit in repetition, and we have gone exploring. And my feeling here with the Eight of Cups is that we continue to explore. Next, we have the Two of Cups. Some of us are exploring deeper into relationship with our beloveds, our families, our friends, our tribe. This card, though, it's a soulmate card. And the reminder here is that you are your own best soulmate. So we start with relationship to self first. We are going deeper within ourselves so that we can go deeper within all of our relationships. Next to this, we had two come out. Our first is Ten of Pentacles. This card loves us lately. So now we've got two tens in the reading again. This is long-term happiness, fulfillment. This is also, as I have mentioned recently, since we turned it over, I think it was Monday, Tuesday, I'm not sure which day exactly, it's what we have to pass on. And it's a bit of a living model type of card. So we've seen the Eight of Pentacles this week, and as I've told you about that card, it's often labeled a ho-hum. This is the most boring aspect of the journey. You know, doing the self-mastery, blah, right? And it's really not that. It's being dedicated to your journey here that you see on the Eight of Cups, that you experience here on the Wheel of Fortune. Knowing yourself well, bringing your whole self, not just bits and pieces and parts, your whole self to all of your experiences. And that's the fullness that we experience here on the Ten of Pentacles. That means that our connections with other people are rich, enriching, and fulfilling, satisfying, enjoyable. So much fun. It's not a half measure of any kind. And when we do the kind of inner journey work that we're talking about here on the Eight and the Wheel, and we have this kind of bond within our own self-awareness, and we have that to offer to all of our relationships, life gets a lot more exciting and full and inspiring. Not only to us, we inspire our own selves, but the living model aspect of this Ten of Pentacles card is that we inspire others to do this kind of journey work within themselves. And accompanying this card is the King of Cups. You know, one of the things about this king, and I haven't mentioned this in a while, well, kings and queens, as you know, they help us with our self-mastery. And some of his qualities, one in particular, is that he can often appear distant. I know, surprising, right? Because we see him as charming and robust and romantic and holding the Ace of Cups. So he's living in the overflow of the divine and cosmic gift of pure love from the universe, right? So it wouldn't occur to us that this gent is a little bit distant sometimes, or appears to be distant. He's not at all distant. It's just that he has such emotional awareness and intellect. It takes him a period of experience to process it all, to sort it all, to journey with it all here, like we see in the Eight. And as he does that, he brings his whole heart, his whole overflowing Ace of Cups into everything he does. And it joins with the momentum of the Ace of Pentacles on the Wheel of Fortune here. So you're adding Ace of Cups type energy to Ace of Pentacle energy. And wow, the journey gets even more robust from there, doesn't it? Next two cards. This is also a card of intimacy, this king. And it's exactly the kind of bond we're talking about here on the two. The kind of bond you have with your own self-awareness, your presence, what you bring to the environment. And he is steadfastly and enthusiastically committed to bringing that type of energy, that Ace of Cups overflow, his emotional awareness, his emotional intimacy. He shares his whole self, and that's what really drives the inspiration on this Ten of Pentacles. So it's a confirmation of how inspired we become to journey deeper within our own self-awareness, and then how we turn that out into our environment in all of our relationships. Okay, next card, the Chariot. Yeah, dynamic movement. Excellent. That's just it too. We're still in a bit of a flow. Remember that this 8 is connected to eclipse energy, and we had that eclipse, the full moon lunar eclipse in Cancer last Friday, and that wave rolled up on our shore. The waves sort of going back out. What's been left on the shore is really interesting. We're curious about it, and we are dynamically exploring it. So we're taking the momentum, the movement of the 8, the same momentum and movement of the wheel, and we're having some alchemy with it here on the Chariot and moving dynamically forward, along with that's awesome, the Knight of Pentacles. You know, he's the one who's in stillness. So you have this dynamic movement off the Chariot, which is so exciting. And there's determination and will on this card because he doesn't really use reins to direct these horses. He is dedicated. He has zero hesitation to go out and explore and journey down his path. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, who's Mr. Slow and Steady, also holding the Ace of Pentacles that we're seeing here in the hub on the Wheel of Fortune. So the beauty of this combination is there's temperance. So there's the alchemy again. There's temperance on these two cards. The Chariot is not reckless, though he does get labeled as a bit reckless. He's swift and dynamic. The Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady, and he doesn't miss a thing. He gets the lay of the land. He really does explore. We're coming back to the 8. We're coming back to the Wheel and the 2 over here. It is the exploration. It is the journey, not the destination for this dude. And the journey itself is so full, rewarding, and enriching. It's what's creating the 10 of Pentacles right here in the middle of the reading. That's beautiful. All right. This reading feels very open-ended. You know, it's not exactly a clear start. We don't know where we're all journeying right now. We just know we have the curiosity to go off and explore. We do know that we feel stable on our foundation, that we know ourselves well, that our relationship to self is in excellent condition. We are unafraid of intimacy and sharing the fullness of who we are out of the overflow of the Ace of Cups, because it creates these 10 of Pentacle type moments in life, or sustained long-term happiness, fulfillment on the 10, right? And then all of this comes together and creates a great momentum and inspiration to continue the exploration dynamically while simultaneously savoring every step in the journey. Love it. And then what's next? That's why it's so open-ended. What's next? We'll see in tomorrow's reading, because we're going to do this deck again tomorrow. All right, Angel Answers. Ask a question if you have one. Allow these cards to confirm this reading, or let it just be a fresh reading for you. This card's been with us a few times recently. Be assertive. Yeah, that's over here with these two, the Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles. Be assertive. That feels like the Don't Stop card, which we've seen quite a bit as well. And then we have Communicate Clearly. I'm going to put that with the Two of Cups, because self-expression, how we share, do it clearly. I always tell you, don't take the long way around the barn when you see that card. It's eliminate the verbal clutter. Just speak from the heart. King of Cups. Just share it robustly. Next card. And, you know, this is a card that reminds us, too, to be really good listeners. Listen to what people are saying to you, but feel into hearing what's unsaid as well. That's where the intuitive intimacy comes in. So be a good listener that way. And if you've stumbled a bit over your self-expression, check in with the people you're speaking with, and ask them if they feel you. Did they get it? Do they understand? Okay, next card. Another one we've seen quite a bit of recently too. Look for a sign. Talk to your guides and angels. That might be a great card to go with this 8 over here. You know, you're curious about the journey, the adventure, the quest, and ask for guidance, ask for signs along the way. You'll see them everywhere as soon as you ask. All right, I feel one more card coming out. Yeah, you're ready. For whatever it is, you're ready. Last card, affirmation from the universe has our back. I honor how I want to feel. How about I just honor how I feel? Emotional awareness, intellect, and intimacy there on that card. Great summary card to the reading. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. If you haven't yet, do watch your January monthly readings. Check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. And leave a comment if it's in your heart to do so. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Peace, love, joy, blessings. Namaste.